future plans for fundraising. I mean, how many more letters can you do before you have to go public? Are you starting to think, you don't have to tell me your going public plans, but how are you thinking about that, right? Because there's kind of expectations when you're talking to crossover investors that this is on an IPO track. So what's going through your head? Yeah.
Yeah, what's going through my head is I believe that Patreon has the potential to be a long-term independent company that does our mission our way. That's what I want for Patreon. I don't want to be swallowed by another company who has their own set of KPIs and their own culture,
Yep.
and who would end up directing Patreon into a different path. I'm not saying that couldn't ever happen, because there are actually a number of great companies that I think are closer to Patreon than people realize. But I'm talking about, like, the ad revenue companies, the companies who are like governed by ad revenue, who I think would be what most people think of as like likely acquirers for Patreon. Like, I don't want that. I don't want that. I would. I don't think they would take care of our creators. I just don't think they would. So when we're thinking about like Patreon's options and its path forward, like the idea of being, a public company that is independent and maintains our own culture and our own KPIs and our own direction and, our own way of thinking about the world with our own governance principles, that is like really exciting to me. I think that's like a wonderful world for creators. It's a wonderful world for Patreon. It's a more competitive environment, which is, net beneficial for creators and consumers. So I prefer that path. And I think that's a healthier path for the creative ecosystem.